What's the safest way to run archived 90s computer software? Imagine stepping into a time machine and reliving the days of floppy disks and early internet adventures. Running old software from the 1990s can be a real thrill, especially for fans of classic games and vintage PC programs. But it also comes with some risks because many of those programs were created before modern security measures existed. So, how do you enjoy that nostalgic trip without risking your current computer? First, it's important to understand that many early computer viruses spread through infected floppy disks, CD-ROMs, or files downloaded from unreliable sources. Back then, antivirus software was not as advanced or widespread, so some programs could carry hidden malware. Even if a file looks innocent, it might have a virus or Trojan horse that could damage your system or steal your data. The safest way to run these old programs is to use an isolated environment. This means setting up a separate space on your computer that is not connected to the internet and has no access to your main files or network. You can do this with a virtual machine, which is software that creates a pretend computer inside your real one. You can install an old operating system like MS-DOS or Windows 95 inside the virtual machine and run your archived software there. If something goes wrong, you can simply reset the virtual machine to its original state, wiping out any problems without affecting your main computer. If you prefer not to use a virtual machine, you can set up an old physical computer just for running 90s software. Make sure this computer is completely offline and never connects to the internet. Keep it separate from your main devices and avoid sharing files between them. This way, if the old software has a virus, it stays contained on that one machine. Before running any old programs, scan the files with a modern antivirus program. Even though some viruses from the 1990s might not be detected by today's scanners, it's still a good idea to check. If your antivirus flags a file as suspicious, do not run it unless you are absolutely sure it is safe. Be cautious about where you get your software. Download only from trusted archives, reputable retro gaming sites, or well-known online communities. These sources often scan their files for viruses and provide information about the software's history. Avoid downloading files from random forums or unknown sources, as these are more likely to contain malware. If you are using physical media like floppy disks or CDs, inspect them for damage and clean them gently before use. Old disks can degrade over time, and damaged disks might not work properly or could introduce errors into your system. Finally, always keep backups of your important data. Even with all these precautions, there's a small chance something could go wrong. Having backups ensures you won't lose your files if an old program causes issues. Back in the 1990s, people relied on basic antivirus tools, user caution, and a bit of luck to stay safe. Today, we can enjoy that vintage digital culture while using modern technology to protect ourselves from the risks that were common back then.